Hey everybody, we're back for week 4. I can count. And as you can see, I'm outside Temple Israel again. I promise one of these days I'll actually get inside the temple and show you what it looks like. It's very beautiful. So this week's first question was, tell us about your service experience. Well, those of you who've been following my video blog know that I'm serving at Together Inc. on 16th and Cass. And I still have a lot of fun there. The people are really weird, really crazy, so we get along just dandy. And I have a lot of fun there. I helped sort a lot of clothes today. We're trying to get some of our summer clothes out there, so that was a little more fun. I mean, they have a ton of clothes to go sort through. So, I mean, it's nice that they get a lot of donations that are, like, gently used clothes and such like that. So it's good for them because it makes it easier in that regard. But that was there for a couple hours, and I still was like, I don't even feel like I made a dent in anything because it's just like they have a lot of clothes up in their upper warehouse to try and sort through. There we go. I can talk today. My second question is, what are some stereotypes about your religious group? And I guess it's hard to be able to identify, oh, this is a stereotype, because it's like, you don't always realize it when you're the one who's in that faith or in that religion or whatever it may be. You don't always realize it. And I know for Judaism, it's really pretty classic, you know, the big nose, curly hair, mix the two of them, you know, tight with their wallets, you know, just things that have gone throughout the years. But in my world religions classes, you learn more about how when the diaspora first started hitting Judaism, and they were in Europe and stuff like that, and monotheism was still kind of this strange concept. And I mean, granted, there was Christianity at this point in time, but it was like a lot of the people thought that Jews were eating babies, and they were doing, I mean, just weird stuff. And it's like, you know, it's hard to think that is a stereotype, but at that point in time, that's what a stereotype was. And I guess, like, it's hard to kind of combat that kind of idea because not everybody's as aware as, you know, you'd like them to be. And so that's kind of hard to try and fight and battle and whatever else, because it's like, how can you teach somebody, basically give them my religion or my faith 101 in like the 5 minutes you may be meeting with them? And so, I mean, it's hard to combat stuff when, you know, it's been in society for so long and it's been a part of, you know, who people are sometimes. And this kind of relates to, I was trying to watch everybody's video to see, you know, maybe who I more like was reacting to. And I was watching Louise's video, and she talked about the man that she had met that was like really ignorant and didn't know much about Islam. And, you know, it kind of relates that's like, you know, not everybody's going to know, and it's so hard to sit there and try and teach somebody, no, this isn't what it is, this isn't how it's going to be, that this is really the way things are, you have misconceptions that are wrong, obviously. And so, like, I mean, that really made me react to, like, the whole idea that, yeah, there are people out there who, you know, don't necessarily know about a faith and don't necessarily know about who you are as a person and take those stereotypes and try to apply it to you. But it's, you know, I mean, it's easier to connect with Louise because I know I've had that experience with people. I mean, I've had people that I've come in contact with in my life who are just, you know, everybody else is wrong this way, this is how they are. The entire group, they've, you know, put one stereotype or made some of this scapegoat based on they made the entire like group itself a scapegoat or a stereotype based on maybe 2 or 3 people's actions. And I know that's happened to me a lot this year with my senior class. We've had a lot of trouble, and one of our teachers has basically said that, you know, our entire class was bad. Well, that's not the case. I mean, our class is actually a really good class. It's just, you know, there are select 3 or 4 people who aren't as good as the rest of us. And so it's like, it's kind of that idea that people take 1 or 2 people from a certain group or from a first expression experience and say, oh, they're all that way. So, I mean, and it's hard to identify as stereotypes. So what stereotypes do you sometimes believe in? I know that's kind of a borderline question there, because you can know about a stereotype, but it doesn't mean you have to agree with it. So, what do you think?